newspaper. Winners signed the Emsley Car Trophy, a red Moroccan leather-bound book, now running into a second volume. Tefera of Ethiopia, world indoor champion last year at 1,500 metres. Former winners of this race, by the way. Well, it reads like a who's who, the history of mining. Paavo Nurmi, Sidney Wooderson, John Landy, Gordon Pirrie, Roger Bannister, and get this, Dave Moorcroft, Seb Coe and Steve Ovett have all won this race in years gone by. There's Josh Kerr. All his major racing has come in the USA. 20-year-old keen to prove himself in the European theatre. He is a Brit. Philip Ingebrigtsen, the European champion back in 2016. He was 7th in Monaco 9 days ago in 3:31 for 1,500 metres. Jake Whiteman, we've rocketed past there, European and Commonwealth bronze medalist. He's been in fabulous form too. Hasn't raced much yet, he's trying to save himself. Nick Willis there, the tall New Zealander, twice an Olympic medalist at 1,500 metres. He's the fastest man in the field on paper, the only one of this 18-man field who's broken the 350 barrier. And I can tell you that 61 men have now gone under 350 for the mile. It's a growing band of brothers. Only one man has done it this year, though, in the world. And that only one man in this field, I should say. So Tefera there, looking nervous. The race has been won by 11 Olympic champions this event. So away they go then. We're looking for a very sensible pace, actually, for the first couple of laps. Around 154, 155 has been requested for halfway, and that's pretty much ideal. Not too ambitious, should bring them home in around 350, maybe quicker. Josh Kerr in the yellow accelerates past the field, straight up into third place. Ryan Gregson behind him in fourth place. Chris O'Hare in fifth. He's a 352 miler indoors, Chris O'Hare. Tefera running aggressively down the back, straight up into fifth place behind the two pacemakers, Bram Som, the experienced Dutchman who takes them out, and Jordan Williams. Bram Som, the European 800-metre champion back in 2006, now the recognised go-to pacemaker in major middle distance races such as this. Som then from Jordan Williams of Australia. Kerr in third, Tefera just running wide of the curve there in fourth. Then Ryan Gregson, the Australasian record holder. Chris O'Hare, Jake Whiteman in fifth and sixth. They're moving very swiftly indeed here. Bram Som is experienced. He will hit the right spots, the right splits, down to almost a tenth of a second, Chris.
One of the best in the business, Bram Som. And no better person to lead them round. But looking forward to seeing Tefera there. So talented. Josh Kerr as well. Well placed, but just a little bit of a gap already between Tefera and Williams.
Yes, and that gap Josh Kerr has let develop is dangerous because Tefera is strong. The Ethiopian, just 19 years old, world indoor champion, was 6th in Lausanne in 3:31, and that is a gaping, a yawning gap. It's 8 or 9 metres, and the rest of the pack have got to push on here because Tefera is not to be messed with. He's capable of putting a very good second half on top of this first half as they go through halfway. 1:53.04 for 800 metres. It's a little bit quicker than had been planned. Maybe that's why they're reluctant to go with this, but it's Philip Ingebrigtsen who leads the chase. But that's about a 12-metre gap now between Jordan Williams and Tefera, who will go the whole way, and the rest of them. Philip Ingebrigtsen isolated, trying to cross that gulf between the pack and the leading pair.
Well, Ingebrigtsen is very experienced, and he's done well there just to eat into that gap. But Tefera is now on his own, and Ingebrigtsen will want just to draw onto his shoulder and keep him company. That's good running, really good, mature, sensible running from Philip Ingebrigtsen, who is now joined Tefera, and these two, 8 or 9 metres clear.
And I'm really surprised, Chris, that a pack of really good runners like Whiteman and O'Hare have allowed these two to get so far ahead. As they come to the bell, the gap is still about 12 metres. 2:52 at the bell. It's going to be quick, this one. No doubt about that. Nobody in the world has broken 3:50 yet this year for the mile, but Philip Ingebrigtsen, with that sort of 1,200-metre split, may well do it here now. Tefera on his shoulders, almost ran into the back of the Norwegian there. Norway against Ethiopia up in front. The rest of them, well separated. Jake Whiteman has got himself in a third place, but he's left himself with far too much to do over the closing stages. Whiteman in third, around the crown of the bend. It's Filip Ingebrigtsen, possibly anticipating the attack of Tefera here. Now, has he got the legs? The 2016 European champion, a medalist at the last World Championships here on this very track. And Tefera goes past him, drives for the line, gets that half-metre gap and holds it and extends it now to 1 metre at the line. And the winning time, 3:49.44. Jake Whiteman surely would have run a big personal best there. He'd never broken 3:54. He crossed the line in third place. But Tefera, well, he deserved that. He ran bravely. He was the only man to go with the pacemakers early on. Ingebrigtsen had to cross that gap between the pack and the pacemakers mid-race, and that required a substantial effort, which Tefera at that stage didn't have to make. So Tefera ran the more measured race in a way, Chris. The winning time, 3:49.45. Ingebrigtsen goes under 3:50. It's a national record for the Norwegian. Another European under 3:50, 3:49.6. And Jake Whiteman, a personal best, 3:52.02. But I think Jake might be a bit frustrated, along with one or two other guys in the pack, for not having given themselves a shot at these two mid-race.
Well, terrific to see Jake Whiteman back, still working his way back from that stress fracture from last year. Ingebrigtsen at this stage looking good, but it's almost a carbon copy, isn't it? Yesterday we saw Jakob Ingebrigtsen pipped in a sprint finish by Gebrhiwot, another Ethiopian, and today it's Filip pipped again in a straight shootout with another Ethiopian, Tefera this time. But Tefera for me looking really, really good at this stage and picked his moment on that final bend. Both of them going shoulder to shoulder. Tefera looks so determined, keeping his line nicely. Filip Ingebrigtsen, I think at this stage thinking that's probably it. Working so hard, but both of them maintaining their line. We've had two thrilling finishes involving the Ingebrigtsens in 2 days.
Well, beautiful race between those two, but Tefera just had the better top speed, didn't he? Fastest time in the world this year. Two more men joined the sub-350 club. 61 of them there were, 63 of them now. Tefera and Ingebrigtsen under 350. Jake Whiteman, a good third there, an isolated third with 3:52.02. I can tell you that, well, so many men. First 15 men went under 4 minutes here today, and athletes like Piers Copeland running 3:56.1. His previous best was 4:14. He's just improved the European under-23 silver medalist by 18 seconds. That is not bad.
Back to this men's discus then.